to get an education as only educated people can participate in the working of a society and government. Next one is the right to personal freedom. Civil rights in India also included the personal freedom. Right to personal freedom is absolutely essential for the mental and physical growth of an individual. Right to personal freedom can be enjoyed in accordance with the laws made by the country and also in accordance with the interest of the society. So we have a personal freedom. So what we could not do anything without against the law. It is not possible. We must be we must be act according to the law only. Another one is right to religious freedom. The state means here the country does not impose any religion on people. They are free to adopt any religion and establish their religious institutions. This is the right of Indian citizen. Whereas some other countries, there is their motto is only particular religion. In the name of the title of those country name itself, it indicates the religion name. So for India, there is no particular concept for India. So every citizen has the right to maintain, right to impose, and right to adopt any religion. Next one is the right to freedom of thought and expression. Generally, we call it the right to speech and expression. Right to freedom of thought and expression is also very important for personality development. The right of India citizen is the freedom to express and exchange with the others their views and ideas. There is a more right to freedom movement, freedom of movement. Every citizen has the right to move freely throughout the country. Citizens are also given the right to go abroad. However, certain areas can be made restricted areas. Some we see at a military or some restricted areas. Generally, it is called prohibited areas. Trespassers will be punished, or trespassers will be may take the court martial. Where at the military places or at cantonment places or some agencies related to work, they work with for our military or army. So where there is a particular restricted area, so we are not allowed to enter in that area. Next one is the freedom of press. There is no particularly a freedom of press right in the Indian Constitution, but we are enjoying this right under the freedom of speech and expression. What will be freedom of press? It is the right of India citizen to get their views printed in newspapers and periodicals. But there is a limitations. We must be aware about those limitations. Nowadays, many social media YouTubers and social media news related personals, they were not following the limitations. Anyway, as a journalism student, as a journalist, we must be follow the limitations also. Freedom of press. This right is essential for spreading education and information among the people. Freedom of the press is essential for vibrant democracy to debate issues of importance. Next, we will discuss about the right to equality. In a modern democratic state, individuals are granted the right to equality. Means every person has a equal right at the, for example, we visited an hospital, So there is no objections based on their race, religion, or so equality. Every citizen has first come first, they get the treatment. Though discrimination is done on the basis of religion, language, caste, or gender, all these are not accepted at the time of equality. Everyone is given equal opportunity to develop the country. Next, right to justice. To save the weak and the poor, right to get justice is also given. If this right is not given, many other rights also become meaningless. People are given the right to go to the court for securing justice. So we have various types of courts at a mandal level, means taluka level, and next to the district level, and going to upper cases, high court, then Supreme Court. So if a person, a citizen of India, if he did not get any justice at the lower level courts, he may approach to the higher level courts at high court and Supreme Court. So the right to justice as given to the every citizen. Next, freedom to form associations in order to fulfill social, economic, political, and cultural needs. Many form different types of association. We know religion-based associations, employees-based associations, and colony-based welfare associations. All these are permitted in the. So this is the right to become an association. Here, there is a one constant does not permit the formation of associations that are considered harmful to the interest of the society. This is the one limitation is there to form an association. Next, right to cultural freedom. Citizens have been given the right to cultural freedom. They are free to develop their languages, customs, folkways, literature, and traditions. So no objection if I have. So any person, any citizen can choose any tradition. Any citizen can choose to speak any language. Any citizen can choose to their their customs. There is a no objections at any rate. Even including any literature also. You can write a poem, you can write a novel. So cultural freedom is also available for every citizen in India. Next, here to protect the human rights, there is two important agencies are available, are established in India. At a national level, the National Human Rights Commission of India, and at the state level, State Human Rights Commission at state government level. Now we'll discuss about the National Human Rights Commission. The National Human Rights Commission of India is a statutory public body constituted on 12th October 1993 under the Protection of Human Rights Ordinance of 28th September 1993. It was given a statutory basis by the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. We have many organizations, many regulation associate commissions, there is a two types. One is a constitutional, another one is a statutory. Statutory means that it will be passed in the Lok Sabha, in the parliament, became statutory. Whereas the constitution means already it is included in our Indian constitution. So there is a two types. What are the functions? Let us discuss about the main functions of the Human Rights Commission. The number one is to protection of Human Rights Act mandate the NHRC to perform the following functions. Number one, proactively or reactively inquire into violations of human rights by Government of India or negligence of such violation by a public servant. Another one is the protection of human rights and recommended measures for their effective implementation. Number three, review of the factors including acts of terrorism that inhibit the employment of human rights and recommended appropriate remedial measures. There is some more important functions. Undertake and promote research in the field of human rights and to visit jails and study the conditions of inmates. This is also a part of the NHRC function. Encourage the efforts of NGOs and institutions, associations to working in the field of human rights. One more function is it considers the necessity of the protection of human rights. Requisitioning any public record or copy thereof from any court or office is the one type of function for NHRC. Next, how the NHRC consists and who is the chairperson, who are the members in this NHRC. Let us look about this structure. For NHRC, there is a chairperson who has been a Chief Justice of India or a Judge of Supreme Court, who will be appointed as the chairperson of National Human Rights Commission. And coming to the members, one member who is has been a judge of the Supreme Court of India, and one member who has been the Chief Justice of the High Court, and three members, out of which at least one shall be a human, at least one be a woman, to be appointed from amongst the persons having knowledge of or a practical experience in matters relating to the human rights. So one chairperson and 5 members will be in the NHRC. In addition to the chairperson and 6 members, there is some ex officio members also is there in the NHRC. In addition to that, the chairpersons of national commissions like National Commission for Scheduled Caste, National Commission for the Scheduled Tribes, National Commission for Women, National Commission for Minorities, National Commission for Backward Classes, National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, and the Chief Commissioner of Commissioner Person with Disabilities. These chairpersons also be the ex officio members in the NHRC. Right. Next, we will go with the state level. State level, State Human Rights Commission. The state government may constitute a body known as the Human Rights Commission of the state to exercise the powers conferred upon and to perform the functions assigned to a state commission. At present, we have 26 states have constituted SHRC. The composition of State Human Rights Commission is similarly like a national commission, but here the chairperson and some members appointed by the governor in consultation with the chief minister, home minister, and speaker and leader of the opposition in the state assembly. So these four were the members to select the Human Rights Commission's chairman and members. So removal of, let us discuss about the removal of removable by removal of the member. How to remove? Chairperson or any other member is removable by the president on the charge of a provide misbehavior and or incapacity after a regular inquiry by a judge of the Supreme Court. They are removable on the grounds of provided for such removals of the members of NHRC as well. There is a conditions is there, the same is applies to here in the State Human Rights Commission also. Dear students, now we will discuss about the functions. So these functions mainly it is equivalent to the national NHRC also, because NHRC will look after the offices of the central government and enterprises where the where the person who affected at at the same level state HSRC also at the state level the importance if the particular point is a level of a national or a level of a state, based on that the functions also given to the each commission. Now let us discuss about the functions of SHRC are follows. Number one, inquiry sumoto or on a petition presented by a victim or any person on his behalf. Number two, violation of human rights or abatement thereof. Number three is negligence in the prevention of such violation by a public servant. Number four, intervenes in any proceedings involving any allegation of violation of human rights before a court with the approval of such court. So these are some important functions of SHRC. There is a number of other functions also, like reviews of the factors including acts of terrorism that inhibit the enjoyment of human rights and recommended appropriate remedial measures. One more is undertake and promote research in the field of human rights and encourage the efforts of non-governmental organizations and institutions working in the field of human rights. So NHRC and SHRC, there is a functions likely to be similar. Now coming to discuss about the human rights courts. So there is a particularly some courts are established. One of the objects of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993, as stated in the preamble of the Act, the object is the establishment of human rights courts at the district level. The creation of human rights courts at the district level has a great potential to protect and realize human rights at the grassroots. The Protection of Human Rights Act 1983 provides for the establishment of human rights courts for the purpose of providing speedy trial of offences arising out of violation of human rights. The Act refers to the offence arising out of violations of the human rights, but it does not define or explain the meaningful of offence arising out of violation of human rights. The Act does not give any clear indication or clarifications as to what type of offences actually are to be tried by the human rights courts. These are some two back two minuses for the court. So the protection of the Human Rights Act is the government need to be established at court at district level. Court for the purpose of providing speedy trial of the offence arising the violation of human rights. It provides the state government may with the concurrence of the Chief Justice of the High Court. By notification, specify for which each district a court of a sessions to be human rights court to trial the said offences. Let us, dear students, we will discuss about the another important topic, that is media and child rights. Child or children shall mean the person who have not completed 18 years of age. Based on the rights, there is a who is the child is defined. So who is under the 18 years age are called child. Here media shall include but not be limited to any newspaper, magazine, news sheets, or electronic media, new media, wherever it is. So we must give some ethical consideration to the children. Involvement of children in a news programs, documentaries, etc. Must evidently be editorially justified from a child rights perspective. Apart from creating awareness, coverage as ensure debate, action, and accountability. For example, news about the midday meal deaths in Chapra district, Bihar, where the state and central government level had to review the midday meal program around the country. This laid down guidelines to monitor quality and quantity of midday meals. So after enter this human rights means children rights commission, then only they get a particular after that they are taking the quality food. Whereas another act like POSCO Act means protection of child rights. There is a protection of child rights and so for this protection, there is a national commission which has taken up. That is the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. NCPCR is generally we call it. So they based on that POSCO Act is now we are we are taking actions against any person who are acted against the POSCO Act. So media here, as a media person, as journalism student, journalist, what we have to do. Media shall ensure that child victims of rape, other sexual offences, trafficking, drug, uh, substance abuse, elopement, organized crimes, children used in armed conflicts, children in conflict with law and children, child weakness, etc. All these are automatically guaranteed anonymity. So, as a journalist, we should not give the name of the person. If he is a child, means if he is a less than 18 years, we don't name their names. In place of that, we just give anonymity. Next one is ensure children's right to privacy and prevent the child from being exposed to anxiety, distress, trauma, social stigma, risk to life and safety when reporting, broadcasting, or publication of news, programs, documents, etc. on for children. Another important point is to ensure that a children's identity is not revealed in any manner, including but not limited to disclosure of personal information, photograph, school, institution, locality, and information of the family, including their residential office. We should not give all this information in the reporting. Just we have to say uh, particular place only, not place means the name of the city or town, but should not give the locality, should not give the school name, should not give the institution name. No denationalized of the issues or stories, especially those relating to the children. Yes, dear students, if you have any doubts, you may uh, ask me. I will explain you. We'll get back into the clarifications. Now let us discuss about the uh, already I have discussed about the in general human rights and also children rights. Now going to discuss about the women rights. Communication in the field of media, generally this will come. Every news is more news related to the women related. Communication is extremely important for women's development, and mass media plays a significant role. It is to be noted that growth of women's education and their entry into employment have contributed to the growth of media in all spheres of life, whether for controlling population growth, spread of literacy, or improving quality of life for vast masses. Women have a crucial role to play. What will be the special rights for the women? So, by and large, the media scene in India is that media does not address serious issues about exploitation and unequal treatment to women in different spheres, but is keen in reporting related to the instance, sex-related instance by the sensationalizing use of atrocities on women. So here, this is a what is called a negative aspect, negative perspective on media. So, as a general student, we must be aware. We must be give the information which is to be to growth of the woman only, not be mainly in the sensationalization. In the recent past, in social media, we see there is a actually there is a no restrictions compared with the traditional media like newspapers and television and radio. Whereas the social media, there is a violation is happening, but there is every media as a self-regulation. Traditional media, newspapers and electronic media, they maintain these traditions. They maintain the ethical consideration. They maintain the ethical aspects. Whereas in social media, there is no particular uh, ethics to be followed. It is unfortunate that there is a lack of sensitivity among the newspapers in general to women and their problems. The media advocacy group made the following recommendations. Those are the media needs to take and extend a broader view of crimes against the women. It has to be instrumental in conducting a social audit on factors responsible for increasing crimes, particularly against women and children, including in different investigative procedures, miscarriage of justice, and growing social inequality of the uh, perpetrators of the crime. It is also has to be instrumental in creating an awareness among the civil society of the causes and nature of the crime itself, and also the preventive measures. One more important point is when treating the issues, media has to be extremely factual and empirical. When the distortion of realities by the media has increased, the gap of understanding between the different sections of society, effective informative communication is one of the most important channels for the growth and development of women in the informal or unorganized sector, as without information regarding the services and benefits available through legislation, government schemes, banks, and some voluntary organizations, women can hardly take advantage of these schemes and services. How it will be possible? Because of the good presentation of media. So the media should be taken into consider some important points. Number one, the media must project the working woman in the unorganized sector as a worker, not merely as a performing the duties of a wife or daughter. Nowadays, the being major earners, they must be projected as a producers and not merely a customers. The media should make deliberate attempt to not only project the problems of women in poverty, but should monitor their work or made. Another important point is here to improve content and coverage coordinate efforts for increasing interaction between NGOs, women, and women's social action group, research organizations, institutes of mass communication, and the media personnel should be developed. So these are some important aspects to by the media to growth of the women development. So far in this chapter, in this unit, we have learned about the different types of rights, especially the media can perform the role in democracy in different ways. It can make people aware of their rights, expose its violation, and focus attention on people and areas in need of the protection of human rights and pursue their case till they achieve it. Media's new role today in reporting, analyzing, and commenting. It faces the challenges in playing the role in protecting human rights in the world. We have civil rights and guarantees of equal social opportunities and equal protection under the law, regardless of race, religion, and other personal characteristics. Based on this, the National Human Rights Commission at the national level and at the state level, we have a state level Human Rights Commission. At the national level, NHRC of India is a statutory public body constituted in the year 1999 under the Human Rights Ordinance. At the state level also, we have a Human Rights Commission for the states. When coming to the children and women rights, here involvement of children in news programs, documentaries, etc. must evidently be editorially justified from a child rights perspective. Media shall ensure that child victims of rape or other sexual offences, trafficking, drug, or some other organized crimes. Children used in armed conflicts or all these plays when we should not give the name of the children. We should be automatically guarantee the anonymity. Whereas coming to the women, problems of women in poverty and should monitor in such a way that conflicting role models are not depicted, not derogatory references to their work made. Yeah, dear students, here I am concluding this session for today. Tomorrow we will come with a new unit that is related to the media ethics, and we have another important aspects related to the media press council of India. So in the media ethics already so far we have discussed about the child, women. So what precautions are taken while covering all those news will be follows in detail in the next unit, that is media ethics. Thank you very much for participating in these online classes, my dear students. Tomorrow we'll meet again in the in 10th of April. Thank you very much.